This isn't our standard episode for the week. This is a missing person alert. And it's a case that hits close to home because it's actually a friend of a friend, a friend of several friends who know me outside of the true crime community and reached out to me asking for my help, for your help, in getting the story out there to as many ears as possible. Her name is Nancy Ng, and she's from Monterey Park, California. She's 29 years old and went missing on October 19th, 2023, while on a week-long yoga retreat in Guatemala, something that should have been fun and a break from reality and instead has left her family in a nightmare. So what happened on October 19th? Well, Nancy and 9 other retreat participants embarked on a kayaking trip from the Santa Cruz side of Lake Atitlán. But only 8 people returned to shore, and Nancy wasn't among them. Once Nancy was reported missing, Guatemalan authorities launched a helicopter search and rescue team along with boats and divers to search the lake for Nancy. But those search efforts ended after only 72 hours, and it left the family scrambling to search for their missing daughter in a foreign country. They were pushed forward and hired their own professional boat companies and divers to search the 12-mile long and 6-mile wide lake on their behalf. Soon after that, the Black Wolf helicopters joined in on the search along with countless local volunteers. Despite what may seem like a large search party, it's been difficult, unnecessarily difficult. And that's all because, at least as the family reports, searchers are left guessing in regards to the exact circumstances and location of Nancy's disappearance. Due to the failure of key witnesses, many of whom have returned to the U.S. since Nancy's disappearance, to come forward and provide a witness report, or even acknowledge Nancy's family's pleas for help. It's now been 4 weeks since Nancy disappeared, and there are a ton of agencies involved in her search, including the U.S. Department of State, the FBI, the U.S. Embassy in Guatemala. But the mystery of where Nancy is remains. Her family and friends and loved ones are desperate for answers, and they know someone out there knows something. So that's where we come in. If you have information regarding Nancy's disappearance and would like to get in touch with the family, you can contact them on WhatsApp at 626-614-3218, or you can email them at helpusfindnancy@gmail.com. The family also has a GoFundMe that they're using to raise funds to help aid in the search of Nancy, and that link will be in our show notes. The family is also active on Instagram at helpusfindnancy. Paige and I have both been in contact with Nancy's family, and we asked them if they had anything that they would like to share with our listeners about Nancy or her disappearance. Obviously, they can't include details about the case because it is an open investigation, but Nancy's younger sister, Nikki, had some wonderful words she'd like to share, and I'm about to read them for you. Here's what she had to say. As we continue to search for Nancy, I think a lot about WWND. What would Nancy do if she were in my shoes? Nancy's never been one to take no for an answer, especially if it's in the name of someone she loves. Growing up, I was always soft-spoken and didn't want to cause anyone trouble. But as my big sister, Nancy, always demanded I get exactly what I want and not even a tiny bit less. If I wanted a photo taken of us but was too shy to ask, Nancy would grab my phone, go up to a stranger, and kindly ask that they take our photo, and then offer to take their photo, and then suggest that we all take a photo together. If I ordered an In-N-Out cheeseburger with extra toasted buns, extra lettuce, and grilled onions, but my order came out with raw onions, Nancy was sending that burger back so that I'd get exactly what I ordered. One time, we were about to leave from the back of a Gavin DeGraw concert, and the artist began taking photos with fans at the front of the stage. But I didn't want to shamelessly push my way to the VIP section. Nancy grabbed my hand, pulled us past security, and frantically waved down the artist to excitedly introduce me as her sister and ask for a photo with him. We were the last ones to get a photo with him that night. Nancy fought for others' happiness in a way she didn't always fight for her own. So every time I feel like we've hit a dead end and that there's nothing more we can do for Nancy's case, I think WWND, what would Nancy do? And we will keep going until we get the answers we need to find Nancy. I'll take it from here, big sis.